This is Louise for MMA Crazy, and we're here with Cub Swanson. How are you doing, Cub?
I'm doing great.
How are you finding it here in Glasgow?
I'm loving it. I haven't got to do a whole lot, but yesterday I golfed and I taught 2 seminars, 2 things that I really enjoy doing. So I definitely can't complain.
So this is the first time that the UFC has come to Glasgow. What kind of fights are you looking forward to seeing on Saturday?
The thing is I've been there. I've been in the WC when the UFC was asking us, hey man, we need you guys to perform. And we went out there and we fought our hearts out. And I feel like when you come to places like this, it's going to be the same scenario. You got guys that are being nationally exposed for the first time, and they're going to give it everything they got. And a country that's, new to the UFC, but is hungry for the sport, that's getting this huge event, and they're going to be here, and I know that they're going to be rowdy, and I love that.
So we've got a lot of Irish on the card, we've got Scottish as well. A lot of people are saying that obviously you were there back in Dublin for the Irish event. A lot of people are saying that the Scottish are going to rival the Irish in terms of the crowd, so what do you think about that?
Yeah, I heard that too, and I hope they do, because as a fighter, it's an honor to be on these cards and to have the crowd so involved and so incredible. So the Brazilian fans have always been crazy. The Irish were insane. I fought in London, and they were drunk and rowdy, and so it's awesome for us as fighters. And so I always appreciate fans doing their part. When you show up to the event, yell, have a good time, and that feeds into us as a fighter.
So talking about Ireland or Irish fighters, back in Dublin you actually told us that in terms of when we're talking about Conor McGregor, you said easy fight, easy money. Looking back at 189, what's your opinion on that now?
I don't take back anything I said. I still think he's an idiot.
So what did you think of his performance at 189?
He fought a guy that wasn't ready. He got dominated for 2 rounds, and he got the win. I thought he fought smart. I was actually happy that he actually showed a glimpse of some class, and being cool with Chad, that actually made me happy. But it was a rare glimpse of him being a jerk.
So if Chad had a full camp, what do you think the outcome would have been?
Oh, he would have dominated the whole fight. He was dominating. It was pretty clear. Yeah.
And the rest of the question that everyone's been asking?
What?
How he performed?
Oh, he got dominated. Yeah. I mean, it was obvious. Yeah.
So, in terms of you fighting next, what's going on with that? I mean, I did heard you had an interview with Jonathan Schrager, and you weren't sure if you were going to fight again. What did you mean?
Well, I was just telling people, it's like you have to take in consideration that I've had some bad injuries, and I, as a person, have to evaluate that, and say, okay, when is enough enough? I feel like I can still go in there and put on great performances. I feel like I can still grow and be a better fighter. But at what point am I risking too much? Because we are going out there and laying it on the line. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to fight again, but there's still a little bit of doubt to where I have to evaluate my situation. I'm going to take the rest of the year and train my butt off. I really am. I just kind of want to enjoy it. And then when I get hungry, and I want to do it, I'll call Sean and set something up. I'm ready for it. So
how are the injuries at the moment?
I'm barely recovering. I had my thumb surgery. I had my jaw wired. My jaw still is a little off, and I gotta work to get it better, to get it back to full strength. My thumb is pretty messed up. I'm getting it back, but I've got 3 plates in my hands. I got 3 plates in my face. I'm not. I've had some worse. So I've always felt that my will was stronger than my bones, and that's why I break them a lot. So I really do want to get back in there, but we'll see.
So is that Conor McGregor fight still of interest to you?
Oh, of course. I can't stand him, and I'd love to knock his ass out.
So how do you think he's going to do against Aldo?
He'll lose. Yeah.
So how would you fare against him if it came down to it?
I know I'd beat him. Simple. I don't really like to talk about him that much because it's annoying already.
I suppose you've been asked a lot about this.
Yeah. But I mean, I understand why. But yeah.
So going back to 189, what other fights did you like?
Well, I really liked the real main event, which was Lawler McDonald. I mean, come on now, we had the welterweight belt being headlined by an interim belt. That was insane. And that fight should have been main event, and it was the main event in my opinion, and they showed it. That was an insane fight.
Fight of the year, would you say?
Definitely up there. I'd have to kind of look back and think about all the other fights because, I mean, there's so many fights now and you kind of forget what happened last. So in the moment, that was the best fight that I can remember in a while.
And it was the first time that we saw the Reebok as well. So what do you think about the Reebok deal?
They got a lot of work to do on those uniforms. I myself used to custom make my own shorts, and it was a part of my personality. So they promised that they would have a little bit of flair and that they would look great, and that really wasn't, But I still I'm on board with the whole thing. I appreciate what they're doing, and I think it's just going to take time.
Because you have your Killer Cub as well, don't you?
Yeah, I have my Killer Cub gear, which is doing well, and it helps brand me, and a lot of people love it, and it makes me happy that people want to support me with that.
So is that going to take a hit because of this Reebok?
Maybe a little, but I never really was doing it to make a lot of money. It just was more about just kind of having fun and branding myself and getting people to understand me a little bit more.
And another hot topic is the IV ban as well. So what's your opinion on that?
I think that's dumb, really dumb, because the thing is, fighters are fighters, and the IVs were actually making it safer because people are going to cut weight regardless. Everyone's going to push the boundaries. They're going to try to do their best, and that was nothing illegal. It's not performance-enhancing drug. The fact of the matter, people are going to cut weight. And if people are cutting weight and they can't rehydrate, then they're going to go in there with less fluid in their body, and they're more likely going to get knocked out. And I think we're going to see worse knockouts. So I just think it's stupid.
Do you think we're going to see a lot of movement in the divisions as well because of that?
Possibly. I think it'd be easier for them to have more weight divisions, and more champions. Since we have so many fights, it makes more sense to have more divisions and have people be able to move around and see what's best for their body.
Is that something maybe that they can think of?
I think so, because it would have more champions and have more, like you think about boxing and people get belts all the time. There's so many belts. For us, we only got one shot at a belt, and it's a far move to any other weight class to get one other than that one. And there's only one in the whole world. It's pretty insane.
And have you still got your eyes on the belt?
Oh, of course. But, like I said before, I just want to get back to fighting and winning if that's what I'm going to do. I wasn't a big fan of campaigning for something that I felt like I earned. And that whole thing kind of takes the fun out of it for me. It's like if I earn something, just give it to me, Don't make me earn it and then make me beg for it still, And the thing is, too, is the fans got to want it, too. And if the fans support you and they back you up, it's going to help. I mean, if they're just kind of like, yeah, whatever, then, I feel like a lot of the fans didn't want to see me fight Aldo again. So they didn't really give me a fair chance. So it wasn't like, they wanted something new, something fresh, and, somebody like Conor. So
hopefully we get to see you fight pretty soon. Speedy recovery as well. Thank you for talking to us. Thank you. Nice to meet you again.
Nice to meet you again.